Today, on Be Something Wonderful, manifesting your desires despite traumatic 3D conditions. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, good morning and welcome back to the studios of Be Something Wonderful. Here we are in Cozumel, Mexico, broadcasting with another big video. Before I get started, I want to give a shout out to Scuba Life, an outstanding, top-notch diving school and dive shop here in Cozumel. I want to specifically mention Carly and Renata, who have been working the office, and Javier and Keely, and who are the expert dive instructors, and Oscar, the boat captain, and really the whole crew. From Jorge, all of them are amazing. They're all top-notch. They're all beautiful people. They're patient, they're kind, they're experts, loving this experience with Scuba Life. Thanks again, Scuba Life. Guys, a big video for you today. I want to talk about this question that came up on the channel. And also it was a question with one of you a few days ago. Can a person manifest and create new experiences after current trauma? Think about this. We talk about trauma and drama, things that you have had manifested experiences in your life. But the implication here is that you're saying that I am that trauma. I am that drama. So I can't manifest a new experience because I had that experience. Do you see this? Guys, we understand the magnitude that you've experienced with that trauma or drama. We understand that that's a real experience, but it's not reality. It's a manifested experience of the reality that you are. The implication and belief here is, the assumption is that you can't manifest and create your ideal life because of trauma, past or present. Right? Really, we're talking about past trauma here, after a current trauma. The past no longer exists. I understand. We get that there was a traumatic experience there. But you get to decide right now what that experience means to you. You create your entire reality in its totality, anew in every moment. It's new, anew in every moment. It's brand new. You are brand new. You are in a new moment. In every moment and now, you are creating and manifesting new experiences, or in other words, experiencing reality, all that is and all that you are, anew. Nothing is ever the same, and nothing is as it seems despite the appearances. It's not what it seems. That's what the whole definition of illusion means. Nothing is as it seems. It's not saying that you didn't have a real experience, but you're the real experiencing behind that manifested experience. It's not reality, you are. I want to really clear this today with you. I'm unmoved by appearances, therefore appearances move. Florence Scovel Shinn talked about this, right? One of the early greats, Scovel Shinn. I'm unmoved by appearances, therefore appearances move. In other words, you're the source. You're the reality. You're the cause behind all appearances. In other words, you get to decide what those appearances mean. You get to decide your experiencing of those conditions. And that changes the conditions. So let's really talk about this. Remember, you are not the trauma or your experiences. You are the awareness. You are the reality. You are the experiencing within which these experiences, these manifested experiences, the drama and the trauma, the joy and the love, whatever you're experiencing, right, appear. You are it. You're the reality within which those experiences appear. That's why in Scripture it says in Acts 17:28, in Him, in that greater reality, we live and we move and have our being. In that changeless reality, in that one love, that one consciousness, that one awareness, that one divine mind, we live, we move, and have our being. In other words, we experience reality. And our experiencing is reality, but the manifested experiences are not what they seem. You are that changeless reality. I've used this diagram many times, but it's very clear here. In him, in that I am awareness that you are, the real you, the higher self, the inner being, all inner beings together, one superimposed over the other, all that oneness of reality. In him, we live and move and exist. In other words, we create our entire experience of reality. We are experiencing reality. The Son of God as the Son of Man, and creating this horizontal linear experience. We are not that horizontal linear experience. It's an experience within the experiencing of reality, within you, in him. We live and move and have our being. But these are always changing. They seem solid. You can see the solid black square here that represents the past, the blue that represents the present, and the future that represents, the orange that represents the future. Well, those are all being created now from this identity, from who you are saying. Are you, when you say, can I create with despite these current traumatic experiences, after these current traumatic experiences, you're putting those experiences there. You're creating them right now with your focus on them. You're deciding that, oh yeah, I am that traumatic experience. That was me. That's my past. Then therefore, that's your present and that's your future. Do you see it? They're always changing. Reality's never the same. You are creating and manifesting reality new in every moment. But it seems like you're creating more drama and trauma because you're saying that's who I am. That you're defining yourself as that drama and trauma. That's my past. When in reality, you're creating that past right now, and that present and that future by who you are now. Because remember, there's only now. The past, there is no past, there is no future, there's only the now moment. And you're creating all of it now. You are not the manifested experiences, the manifested conditions, and the manifesting circumstances. You are the experiencing. You are the awareness. You are the consciousness within which it all takes place. In him, we live, we move, we exist, we have our being. In that one awareness that you are. You see this today. So the question the question is not whether you can create new experiences. You are instantly, always, and forever creating and manifesting new experiences. You are a creator. That's what you do. That's your nature. It's natural. You cannot not create reality. You're always creating your experiences. You're always, from who and what you're conscious of being, you're creating your entire life experience. That's what awareness or consciousness does. It is aware and conscious of itself, all that is, from another infinite viewpoint or vantage point or perspective in every moment and now. So the question isn't whether you can create new experiences after what you're saying, after a current traumatic event or experience. It doesn't matter what the events are. I get it. To you that you've had that experience, but remember, you get to determine what your relationship to all of it is right now. And remember, it's not about ignoring or denying manifested experiences or conditions or circumstances. We're never saying deny or ignore an experience that you're labeling, that you're judging as traumatic. We're not saying ignore any of it. It's all taking place within your awareness. Rather, we're saying stop confusing it or confusing those circumstances or those experiences with who you are. That's what we're saying. Stop confusing it for who you are. You are not those experiences. That's what we're saying. Right? They are not reality. You are. So acknowledge them as one quantum possibility. Acknowledge them as an experience. You're the experiencing, though. You get to determine what they mean right now. This is your power. I know it. You've been told that you've got to heal those conditions, that you've got to spend years in therapy and doing other things to heal that drama and trauma. Right? But what you're doing is every time you focus on that and say, you're saying, I am that drama, I am that trauma. Right? You created that moment, you put it there. right? You keep putting it there by focusing on it. You are not, they are not reality, you are. Affirm how you would like things to be. Imagine how you would like things to be. Assume how you would like things to be, past, present, and future, not as they appear to be. Appearances and circumstances and conditions in those manifested traumatic experiences are always changing. You see that, but they're changing into whatever you're saying they are right now. And when you say, I have a history of traumatic experiences, I've been through traumatic experiences, I have traumatic trauma and drama in my life, well, you create that with your focus, with your awareness. Right? Remember, deny the reality of any experience that's unlike love. That's the true definition, or the true idea of denial, of affirming and denying. Affirm what you love. Deny anything that is unlike love. Because reality is about love. Do you see? So we're not saying deny the manifested experience. We're saying deny the reality of any experience that's unlike love. Do you see the difference here? So that's the proper use. It's not about ignoring or denying them, being in, quote, in denial. Being in denial is denying something that happened or something that appears, while at the same time believing in it, believing that you are that, secretly believing in that condition or that circumstance, that secretly believing that's who you are. That's the meaning of in denial. You're not in denial here. You're denying anything that's unlike love. It doesn't have reality. You're denying the reality of changing circumstances and conditions, because if it's changing, it can't be real. What's real doesn't change. What's real is changeless. And what is changeless? That awareness, that consciousness, that love that you are, that one divine mind. That's powerful. Love, I am awareness, is the reality behind all appearances, behind all circumstances, behind all what you're judging as traumatic experiences or events or circumstances. The appearances change, the circumstances change, the manifesting conditions change, but I am. We've talked about this. Conditions are conditions, but I am. Circumstances are circumstances, but I am. Right? The circumstances, the conditions, the appearances may not be perfect, but I am. Everything else changes. Do you see that? What's real doesn't change. Everything else is the messy middle of changing conditions. Remember, we've talked about the messy middle. We call it messy because it's always changing. Sometimes it's changing into what you love. Sometimes it's not. But it's always changing. And you determine it with your judgment, with your perception, with how you see it. And as you assume, affirm, and imagine how you would like things to be, not as they appear to be, because appearances are always changing, then the appearances change. Right? Don't be moved by appearances, and appearances move, as Florence Scovel Shinn said. Now that's unconditional love. What's real doesn't change. That's what unconditional love means. Real love doesn't change. That's what Revelations in 22:13, that's what the ancients meant when they said, I am the Alpha and the Omega. I am the beginning and the end. I am the first and the last. That's what Jesus meant. That I am all of that. I'm not the middle. The middle of changing conditions are just, they're not what they seem. I am the reality within which it all happens, with all experiences take place. Your experiencing is real or reality. The manifested experiences are not what they seem. It's your experiencing that's real. And you're the only one, the one and only, that determines what your experiencing of reality is. Manifested experiences are manifested experiences, but I am. But I am the experiencing, and I determine what they mean. This is powerful. You give the meaning, all the meaning that the messy middle has. That's powerful. Very powerful today. So to heal, the answer to the question that comes up often, to heal past drama and trauma is to see, is to know, is to recognize, is to realize and experience yourself as whole, complete, fulfilled, and new, in a new in a new identity, a new version of yourself in every moment, no matter what, because you are no matter what. But when you keep focusing on that past drama and trauma and saying, that's who I am, you create an identity, a version of you that seems similar to the one a moment before. And whether that moment's 5 years ago, 10 years ago, or 10 minutes ago, it's all one moment. You are experiencing the one moment of reality, the one moment of God, the one divine mind, that one moment from infinite perspectives, infinite viewpoints or vantage points. You're experiencing that one mind, that one thought of God from infinite vantage points, infinite viewpoints, infinite perspectives. There's only one thought, it's love. There's only one divine mind. That's all that is. There's only one awareness, one, as Ernest Holmes says, and that's you. And you get to decide what that moment is to you. Or you just keep recreating and manifesting the past that you're struggling to understand, you're struggling to heal, you're struggling to get to the bottom of it because there's no bottom. Do you see it? There's no bottom. You're never going to get to the bottom of that because you keep putting it there by your focus on it. There's no past to heal. It's only your perception right now, what you're deciding to focus on. Right? It's you with that, to decide that your seeing is imperfect. And you're only seeing one part, less than 1%, 0.0001% of all that is. It's all created and manifested here and now by who and what you're conscious of being. Or it doesn't exist at all. Because here and now is the only moment. So either you're putting that trauma here, there, or you're deciding to look at it differently. You're deciding that I am new in this moment. Right? The only question ever is, who are you right now? Who do you say that I am, as Jesus asked his apostles? That's powerful. That's how to manifest your desires despite traumatic 3D conditions. Right? Assume, imagine, affirm who you are right now, despite any changing appearance, condition, or circumstance. That's your power. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Be Something Wonderful studio of higher consciousness, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, thank you. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for liking and sharing and commenting on the videos. Thank you for being part of our Facebook group, the ambassadors at facebook.com/groups/Be Something Wonderful, for joining us on Instagram and Twitter at Tom Kearin, for being part of our TikTok channel at Be Something Wonderful, and for being part of the membership channel. This coming Sunday, I believe it's this Sunday, July 28th, 2024, we have our 7th live event, our 7th live stream, where I'm going to be coming to you live from our studios at Be Something Wonderful when I'm back in the US. And we're gonna talk about the questions and comments that you've been sending to us at info@besomethingwonderful.com. And I'm also going to answer your questions and hit the topics that you mentioned live right on the chat as we chat together live. It's a great chance for all of us to get together in a live conversation. If you're a member of the channel, join us. If you're not a member, check out the link below. Creators, it's going to be by the way, our 7th live stream, our 16th live event overall. So really powerful. Creators, with great love, with great light, and infinite gratitude. This is Tom Kearin here in the studios of Be Something Wonderful in Cozumel, Mexico. Until next time, we'll see you soon.